Guys, I'm live all by myself tonight. Only for a short while. Phil will be here eventually. He said 10 or 15 minutes late. So tonight we're going to discuss a lot of things about the return of Overpower. BMG, what they are going to do, we don't know, but let's give them a wish list. Hey, Doug, how are you? Hey, Brett, it's beer o'clock. Overpower time. What? I got my lemonade. Does that count? Hey, John, how are you? Picking up in the chat already, and Phil's not even here. There's Josh. Yep, the backdrop is here. I just got it set back up about 20 minutes ago. Hey, Captain, how are you? It wasn't too difficult. I just had to wait for the stand to get in here and then get the time to put it all back together. So hopefully everyone's had a great week. We're ready to celebrate the 4th of July. We will not be doing Thursday night battles this week because of the 4th of July. We'll be doing separate things that night. I don't know where Phil's going to be. He's probably back down home at his place. I will be at my house, grilling out and just relaxing. Although I have to keep the store open until 6 o'clock. John, I can't wait to see you, man, at the OP Cup. There's going to be a lot going on. Josh, are you coming up for the OP Cup? I can't remember. Did you register? Last time I looked, we're still stuck at 27 registered players. I'm going to check that right now, see how many we have. And in case you're wondering, all the ratings are updated on the website from the Canadian Peace Bridge tournament. And the overall ranking still has Phil Miller at number 1 and King Keffer at number 2. And Josh from Oklahoma City at number 3. Marcel somehow snuck in there at number 4. And Derek Bertrand is top 5. Hey, Howard, how are you? So that's the current overall ratings. This year's ratings are slightly different because we've only had, 2 events? Peace Bridge in Oklahoma. Why is it doing this to me? All right, let's just... I think... Is Phil still number 1? That's the current season. No, Phil Keffer's number 1 for this season. Josh is number 2. Marcel snuck into number 3. He's 3 points ahead of Phil, who's number 4. Hey, look at that. I'm number 5 for this season. I didn't think I was that high. Chris Vecina is number 6. So Ohio has the 4, 5, and 6 spots. Way to go, Ohio. Greg Costa at 7. Dave McMillan at 8. Nick at number 9. And John Lewis at number 10, who is the player who put me out of single LM. John says he'll be at the OP Cup taking names and kicking my butt and getting my butt kicked. Brett says, can I sign up without using the Facebook link? Howard, you posted the link once. That didn't require them to go to Facebook, did it? I'm checking on that, Brett. Eric, doctor's office is closed, huh? I don't know. Hi, Lawrence, how are you? I see you're signed up. Captain says, sorry, but I get my Millers and Keffers confused. Phil Miller is our Overpower Adventures co-host, right? That is correct. Phil is the Strangler. Phil Miller is the Strangler, and Phil Keffer is the King Keffer. Let's see. Brett, I thought didn't I put the... all right. Let me check on this. Howard, I know he sent me the link. I thought I shared it. Let's see, where's my Message from Howard. Got it. I know I did, didn't I? All right. Why won't it let me do that? I'm working on it, Brett. I'll get it to you. The Phils. Yep, Phil and Phil. I played them both in Canada. Beat one, lost to one. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can get it to go into the chat. Put my phone on silent. And go here. Hey, why? Oops, don't want to hear myself talk. All right, let's see. Okay, Phil said he just arrived, and it is not letting me share it in the chat. All right, privacy. Phil will be walking in any minute now to join me. If you tried to put the link in the chat, it won't appear. It won't appear. Oh, there we go. Lawrence just texted it to you, Brett. Thank you, Lawrence. You're a lifesaver. That'll make it a little easier for us all. Oh, I was going to look to see how many players we had. Let's see here. I got sidetracked when I saw the standings. All right. Tournaments. There we go. And the OP Cup, we're at 28 right now. So if Brett gets in there, he'll make 29. Thanks, Howard, but Lawrence just got it. Posted on the H&G website. Now, why didn't I think of that? Okay. I will do that tomorrow. I doubt I'll get to it tonight. I'll make myself a little note here to make sure I do that. Oh, jeez. How simple that would have been, right? All right. Thanks, John. Glad you're watching out for me. Post on website. All right. I may even get it up tonight. I don't know, but I'll get it up today or tomorrow. YouTube won't allow links. Thanks, Doug. Can you post it in the description of the video? Probably, if I knew what I was doing. But like John said, I'll get it up on our website. Let me see. YouTube, I don't know if I can add to the description during. I might be able to do it right now, actually. Let's see. Here is, there's the live chat. It's, won't let me do it while we're, no, it won't let me do it live. At least if it does, I can't see it. So I'll get it up there. Hey, Daniel. Right, you pay in person, Daniel, but we would like everyone to get registered to have an idea how many guys are going to be here. And it's in the announcement section and challenge. So if you go to, is it challenge.com, and then search for NAOL, N-A-O-L, North America Overpower League. Yeah, challenge.com. Or you could just go, hey, look at that. NAOL.challenge.com will take you right to their site, and then you can see the OP Cup. You might have to click on the tab that says tournaments, and then the OP Cup will be the very first tournament at the top there, and click on that and get registered. Oh, wait a minute. Howard, I'm not sure there's a, I don't think there's a way to sign up from there without using that link, unless you opened it up on Challenge. Or unless you put the link in the announcement section. Maybe that's what you did, huh? Let's see. But anyways, Brett, Lawrence sent you the link, so hopefully that'll work for you. If you have any problems, let me know. I think Phil's walking up now. It's silly me. I tried to register on the tournament page itself, but it only has a link to map directions. The link is in the announcements page. Yeah, that's what I saw. Only the maps. You can't register that way, Doug. You need to look in the announcements. All right, Brett, you got that. I see that you caught it too, so we're all good. So Phil Miller is currently ranked number 1. Has he been playing Cadillac deck variants? Of course. Phil Miller is ranked number 1 overall for the last 2 seasons. And there he is now. You look tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Long day.
Yeah.
Have a seat. We'll talk a little overpowered with these guys. But Phil Keffer is ranked number 1 for the season. For now. We'll move him down to number 3 after the OP Cup, right?
That's right.
All right. Let's see, I don't see Phil in the chat right now. He might be lingering in the shadows. All right, so Brett. Oh, man. Incredible itch there. Everything going all right?
Yeah.
Getting the house taken care of?
Trying to. Yeah.
Good. John says hi.
Hi. How are you, John?
uh,
Out of shape. I ran from the parking lot.
Well, I'm not big of a hurry, man. We're only 12 minutes in.
I know.
We're just trying to figure out this challenge thing. Brett's going to register. He'll get us up to 29. Did AJ register yet?
Nope.
I talked to him Saturday.
Haven't seen Stefan register either.
Stefan hasn't either?
Unless he's somebody that just registered. There is somebody that I don't recognize that's on the bottom.
You'd recognize Stefan.
I mean,
Hey,
the challenge ID.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Stefan
okay.
something or other, I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
Yeah, somebody I didn't recognize.
Okay. Let's see. We'll get Brett and Stefan and AJ. That puts it 31.
Josiah?
Oh, yeah. 29. Thank you. Is that Brett?
I think that's where we were at.
Oh, I thought we were 28. Yeah, Brett just got in there. Oh, yeah, the Trooper 27. Who's the Trooper?
Do you recognize that name?
I don't. Justin, Tyler, Chris, Vlad, you, Sam, Ricky, Nick Spivak, Eric, Dr. Snack Food. Martin's in there.
Yep.
Les, 2099.
Who? Yeah, I don't recognize that name either.
I think.
Wonder if that's Dan McGuire, maybe. No, I think he's. I don't recognize that name. He's played in a tournament though.
Yeah, I think he was in Canada, wasn't he? I don't know. OP Goat. There's Corey and myself. There's Nick, Carl, Phil Keffer. There's Josh, John Lewis, Scott Flint. There's John. There's Lawrence, Daniel MacArthur, Zach V, Derek, and Howard.
Yeah. So we're missing a few
Um,
that I know for sure.
was,
Scott Williamson.
did I say Chris? Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he's there.
All right.
So we're missing Scott Williamson, AJ, Stefan, Josiah. We're missing all the BMG people.
Whoever the Trooper is, he just joined. Remember, since July of 2024.
Okay.
Today's July 1st.
We're missing all BMG members, plus the Costas. I don't know how many of them
What?
are coming. Yep.
Seriously, none of them are there? Oh, we're going to break 34 easy then.
I would think.
All right.
Keith said he's not coming.
Keith, yeah.
He said he's too busy in the summer.
Yeah, Keith and John Keffer both have troubles with summer dates. But we'll get there. We're going to break 34. We're
Yeah.
at 29 now.
Yeah.
And get 3.
4.
Get 2 from the BMG guys and 4 here at 6. That gets us 35 right there. All right.
And then we get to 2 Costas. That's 37.
Wow, look at us go. We're going to struggle to hit that 40, but we're going to keep pushing.
Could get Miles.
Could get Miles, yeah.
Dirty Dave. I'm gonna reach out.
Yeah. And maybe Cameron, the guy from Southern Ohio who's been
No.
messaging us if he
Yeah.
comes up and plays. That put us at 40 right there.
Yeah.
But we got a shot. So the topic tonight, as I posted earlier, oh, there's Michael. Hi, Michael. How are you? How important is organized play to the game? You know, there's a lot of people that play Magic that never go to a tournament. They just
Yeah.
play at home with their friends. I think the more competitive guys maybe turn out for tournament play. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the competitive people like the casual play, but
Yeah,
I mean, as much.
as much. I mean, even when we didn't think we were the best players in the world, we'd still go to the major tournaments.
Right.
So I've always been kind of competitive, though, and wanting to learn to get better and play against better players.
Yeah.
And that's how you get better. And right now, that's why I like playing against you and AJ so much. Because
Yeah.
we kind of encourage each other.
Different
And
ideas.
We're not afraid to call each other out for their mistakes and say, hey, don't do that. You might not want to do that, or you probably shouldn't have done that. I was playing Vlad yesterday. Very first game, I ventured first. I went 2. And he goes, I think I'll go 2. And I said, don't go 2. He goes, I'm going to go 2. I said, don't go 2. And he goes, I'm going to go 2. And I said, all right. And we played 5 of our 8 cards, and he bailed. It's like, Vlad. Then at the end of the day, though, I think he beat me 2 straight games.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he say he wanted to tweak his deck? So
Yeah. He did pretty good. He wasn't happy at the beginning of the day and was pretty happy when he left. or happier, I'll put it that way. John says, you need people playing in shops so people see the game. Most of those people will still become kitchen table players.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Most of our one-piece players come in and play in events, though. They don't necessarily just play at home, although we used to have a small group that would always play every Monday in the food court in the afternoons.
Okay.
They'd come in.
Not organized by any means.
Nope. I think they all work together, and they'd come in, buy some stuff, and go in the food court and play.
Yeah.
And they didn't, I don't think any of them's ever been to one of our organized events. And not a pre-release, not just a regular event. I don't think so. John says the tournament scene is advertising, but I love it. Yeah. Doug Taylor says, I like casual play and tournament play. I think I take the casual play a little too seriously. I'm not so casual.
Yeah, I don't like casual play. Back in the day, I did.
Which one? Oh, back in
in the day, yeah.
Our Thursday night events, the Thursday night battles, is more casual sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, we were playing some serious decks for a while, and then we played some fun decks.
Yeah.
We played a fun deck with Neron, and it turned out to be a fairly semi-competitive deck.
Yeah.
And then we added Absorbing Man, and it actually won a couple games. Howard says, if we had more prizes with lower entry fees, we would see more playing. Interesting. That's the one thing about the now's Big 5 events. You're not going to bring out some of the top players because
Prizes.
unless there's a lot of money.
Yeah.
They got to have a chance to win back their entry fee. It's expensive to travel to any of these tournaments.
Yeah, unless you're local.
Right, to that particular one. But if you're local to one, you're not going to be local to the other 4.
Right.
So it takes a little bit of money, prize money. And I wonder if that'll go away when BMG starts an organized play system. A lot of the games don't allow prize money.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be money.
Yeah. As far as pricing goes, yeah, I think that brings out people, but I think it's more participation pricing. If you got good participation pricing, I think that would bring some players out. Something that is exclusive to the event or exclusive to the tournament scene. Brett says competitive play definitely forces better understanding of the mechanics, but forces you to chase the meta. Casual play lets you just try whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I would attend near as many events if it was just prize support.
Right. I wouldn't. I don't know. I enjoy the competition.
Yeah, that part's fun, but
I'm not sure I went to Boston expecting to take first or second place.
yeah.
Hoping maybe, but not expecting. I was willing to pay the money out of the pocket for that. As far as Seattle goes, we'll be going to Seattle, but I don't know, after Canada, I'm kind of hoping to win some prize money up there. But before, I just want to take the channel up there and meet some people from the West.
Yeah, that part's fun too.
Yeah.
Hosting games, doing interviews.
Yeah, and we'll be doing that a lot on Friday night at the OP Cup too. We'll talk about more of that as we get a little closer to the event.
Oh, that's probably one thing we should bring up.
What's that?
A Friday night event.
A Friday night. Do we have one yet?
No, I think we were going to create a poll.
Oh, okay.
So maybe take the top 2 or 3 ideas and vote them down, kind of like we did Seattle.
Okay. You got one to start? You got an idea that you want? Something you like?
Yeah, I want to try the battles thing that Josh actually did in OKC.
The battles. Okay.
Because I don't think we didn't do anything in Peace Bridge.
Nope.
So it was just all casual fun play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to try the battles. That's one thing I've never done is taken just the old heroes only and battle it out. So do the first 3 sets. That was a good idea, Josh. So
Okay. There we go.
I'd like to follow suit.
Let's see. Daniel says casual play is fun and always will be, but if you want to get better, you need competition for sure. John says nothing is less casual or more fun than playing good friends and family.
Yeah.
A pack per win or promos draws more people for us than the card prices at our Magic RCQs. Interesting. A pack per win. What exactly does casual play mean? Growing up, my brother and I never went to any tournaments. We were definitely trying as hard as possible to win. Casual play is just kind of like playing at the kitchen table.
Not playing for money, not playing for
Right.
prize support,
Right.
just playing for pride.
And the fun of the game. Howard says if BMG is successful, I expect the future now will be changed significantly if it even exists in the future. And Andrew Tyler says, what's good? Andrew, how are you? Josh says battle sounds fun. I actually don't enjoy participating in the Friday night event.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, it's
Too much work?
too many games in a short amount of time.
Yeah, and then you got to be mentally ready to go for the next morning.
Right. And go to bed thinking about how I lost a game because of stupid play is not a good way to start Saturday morning.
You got to just know that one's just strictly for fun.
Yeah. What are some of the other Friday nights? We've done Max 6 a long time ago.
Yeah, we've done a lot of those. We've done home bases, excluding 4 freedoms. I ran an event where you couldn't have a negate or a level 8 on your team at all.
Oh,
It was fun.
wow.
Yeah.
Could you play Scarlet Witch without negates?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, okay. Just no negates in the deck.
Right. But
Interesting.
I think the problem with that is you start seeing a bunch of like Shang-Chi and Dazzler type stuff. And then your hands just go bye-bye.
Yeah. When you don't have a negate, you can't stop
Anything.
those things.
Yeah.
Like Power Leech. Absorb Sound, I think, is Dazzler's, right?
Yeah.
Which makes your opponent discard all energy icons in the hand.
Play, stand, and
Play, stand in hand. Holy cow.
Yeah. Shang-Chi has one for fighting, Scorpion has one for strength, and Leader has one for intellect.
Yeah.
So whatever grid they were the strongest suit in is what the icon they actually received
Yeah.
for discarding.
They have to discard everything in their
Just in
hand,
the hand. Right.
and then the opponent does hand and place.
Right.
Howard says some people forget their main deck cards in their Friday decks.
Yeah, sorry, Howard. Yeah, he forgot all his beast negates.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Daniel likes the home base. Josh says battles sound fun. John says battles or home base only, or no Marvel. That's interesting. No Marvel.
Yeah,
You can play DC or Image.
you see all spawn decks.
Yeah.
Exclude spawn and Marvel.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that'd make it more interesting.
yeah. Did you see we got the backdrop back,
Yeah, what
by the way?
happened?
And
Tape it up.
I got it up, and we had no sound issues.
I heard that too.
So nobody was messing with the computer while we were away.
Heard that as I was running in.
Yeah. I watched some of the BMG videos from Peace Bridge. That was fun. I didn't get to, the Ray returns, says Josh. Yes, I like the Ray. I would probably play the Ray if I couldn't play any Marvel. Joe was doing a game, and he said he likes to watch our Thursday night battles better than the Monday night event. He enjoys Monday night, but he really likes Thursdays.
Yeah.
So, I think
It
that's
is.
a
It is
lot.
fun to see different characters being played,
Yeah, it
and
is.
different ideas you can come up with.
Yeah, see what other people are doing, see what you're thinking, how far off it is from somebody else. You might say, "Oh, wow, I was going to do that."
Mm-hmm.
And I already told everyone we're not doing battles this Thursday because of 4th of July. I think I told them that.
We're gonna be shooting fireworks at each other.
Yeah.
Different kind of battling.
Down where you live, you can shoot off a lot. Nobody will ever know.
That's right.
Down in the middle of nowhere, middle of Ohio. So I would like to get more casual play, but I don't know. It seemed like the tournaments, when the players ran their own events back in the day, things were pretty casual. I mean, everyone always showed up with what they thought would be the best deck. But, if you won, what'd you
Yeah.
win? You won a few packs.
Right.
But everyone still showed up. We used to get 15 to 20 players.
Yep.
And so did Gary, when we all went down there especially.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd always get the West Virginia crew, the Cincinnati crew, and then we had a strong Columbus base
Yeah.
between Mike Gillerman and
I saw Mikey this week.
Did you?
Yeah.
today.
Well,
Or
I
last
guess
week?
it was last week because today's Monday. He came up Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. And sold me 10 boxes of comic books.
Oh wow.
And I asked him if he wanted to sell his overpower cards, and he said not yet. So,
Is he ready to play?
no, he didn't want to play either, but he didn't want to sell them. So maybe someday.
Yeah, so we had a strong player base. We had Mike Owens and his wife, and
Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to Mike. I know he got into HeroClix pretty heavy for a while.
yeah, he was from Kentucky, right? Louisville, I think.
Yeah. And then I kind of lost contact with him.
Yeah.
He was the one that I play tested online with a lot
Yeah.
on my Beyond Our White Queen deck.
Yeah, he was kind of the first one to pull out that Psycho Man trick.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Howard says, why don't you play Friday's event similar to what we did in our team event in February? Ban a list of popular characters. A team event. Okay, Howard, that's a good one. Captain says, Doug and Phil, I think before you started the Thursday battles, you said sometimes you'd play slow down and explain how you were making the decisions to play what cards when. Are you still planning to do that? I guess we kind of get wrapped up in the games and forget we're supposed to be doing that. Yeah, Captain, we need to do that. A lot of people want to learn to play the game, and we play a little too fast for somebody to catch on. I know when I was watching my games on the stream from Peace Bridge, man, I was playing so fast that the commentators couldn't see what I was doing. And it's like, well, what did he do? Or what card did he play? And even when I was rewatching it, it's like, what did I just do there? So we need to slow down a little bit on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
I'm planning on starting with a constructed event on odd weeks and sealed or draft on even numbered weeks at Pandemonium. Okay. With a constructed event on odd weeks, first and third.
And
the
sealed.
fifth. Okay, I like that. Like the stream, Josh Christopher says. Yes, please. Give us a like.
Yes, that's interesting. You do a draft and a draft constructed, and bounce back and forth with them.
Yeah. The way the BMG packs are going to be,
Yeah, I think.
probably $15 for a draft.
Yeah, I think that would be fun,
Yeah,
especially with new characters. You're getting some new ideas out there.
right. I'm anxious to see what that Kickstarter is going to be like.
Yeah, waiting for the Wicked Witch negate.
I don't think there's going to be any negates.
Huh?
No.
No Wicked Witch. Yeah,
Nah.
she's got to negate
She should.
something.
Yeah, she should.
Yeah. Got that crystal ball.
She'll be a level 8 evil.
Yeah.
Um,
Put everybody to sleep.
So, what do you say? 42 cards?
42 characters, I
42
think.
characters.
Yeah. Like 400 cards, I thought.
Wow, that's a big one.
No bigger than IQ.
Yeah,
Although-
but you're buying it a block. You're getting the whole set.
Yeah. And
Is that
it's
going to be a play set of everything, or who knows?
Yeah.
But, wow.
But I mean, the difference with IQ, there was only like, what, 8 new characters in that set released, right?
It sounds right.
Yeah. I think 70 from the first 3 sets and then 8 from IQ.
Yeah, they just had to reprint everybody with IQ.
And then they got either 1 or 2 specials or something of that nature, if they were a reprint. I think 2.
Really? White Queen got
Well, she got a bunch because she was new.
oh yeah, she was one of the new ones.
Yeah.
Um,
But Magneto got
the 4.
the 4 and something else.
I can't remember.
Fantastic. Got the 7 in the draw 3.
Yeah, that pumped him up a little, huh?
And he went from a 6 stat to an 8. Yeah.
And a hard to get character.
Yeah, he really became playable.
Yeah. Howard says, I'm not suggesting a team event, just ban a list of characters and have us build decks that don't include them. Josh says he can't wait for a draft. Captain says, cool, I'd really like to hear how the more strategic decisions are made. And Josh says, I'm most curious about how BMG will design the meta of the new version of the game. How different will it be from the current version of Classic Overpower up through Marvel/MOE?
Could you name all the 8 characters that were new?
The 8 IQ characters?
Yeah.
Um,
One's your favorite?
well, White Queen is the only one that's coming to mind, actually. Deathlock wasn't until Classic.
Henry Penn?
Oh, Pym. Yeah, Pym. Pym was new.
Kingpin?
Kingpin.
Red Skull?
Red Skull. I love the Red Skull.
Nick Fury?
Yeah, okay. Who else?
How many do we name?
I don't know.
5,
5?
6? Shadowcat, White Queen.
Shadowcat. We didn't name Shadowcats.
Yeah. Shadowcat, White Queen, Pym, Red Skull,
Kingpin.
Kingpin, Nick Fury.
There had to be is there a strength guy in there somewhere? John says I'd have non-numerical negates for some characters to stop really powerful stuff like Leech. I probably wouldn't have universal negates in the base set if I were BMG. I kind of think that's the way they're going to be leaning. But I don't know. There may not be any negates. No negates at all.
That's a bad move.
I think so, but Forge.
Oh, Forge. Yeah, he's forgettable.
Thanks, Keith. Brett says, I'd love seeing more alternate negates like non-numerical and full team special avoids. Yeah, I agree, Brett. I don't know. I kind of like the way the game is right now. They just give negates out to more characters.
Yeah.
Josh says, full team defense, AO negates, AD character or teammate avoids, EE and DB teamwork cancels. Will those be a thing of the past? Yeah, we'll find out soon.
I don't think you need more teammate avoids, but to see the same 8 negate characters over and over and over gets a little redundant.
Yeah, but you see the same 3 or 4 teammate avoids too.
I mean, when you play one, yeah. Yeah, it's either Spawn or
Doctor Strange, Silver Sable, and sometimes
Invisible
Spider-Woman, Invisible Woman, right? Captain says, I'm still super curious about this 10 to 15% of the rules BMG say they're going to change. Will it just be when cards may be played? Will they add automatic draws for basic universe and training cards? That's interesting. Okay. Will they change how some of the older crappy specials get played that no one ever plays to make them usable?
They've been trying that with different locations.
Scott Flint wants to know if Doug, not cold. I am
He's not too
cold.
bad.
No. It's actually a little on the warm side in this room today, and I'm not complaining. Merlin and or a battle site card being your only full negate. Josh, that, man, I just hope there are battle sites. Eric says, fighting still needs a 7 rank negator. Yep. Captain says, like, if there were a special card that increases his energy stat to 8 was for remainder of game and just not for remainder of battle and had a draw 1 attached to it, it seems like a sensible fix. Yep, I agree with that.
I don't know.
Busta 369, how you doing? I know this is off topic, but on Thursday battles, can someone make a control deck that wins on Venture? Busta, I saw your comment today, but I've been working all day. I didn't have time to reply.
I think, Doug, you kind of played a deck like that at
I tried.
Peace Bridge.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a big venture.
Oh,
venture.
yeah.
deck.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what he means.
He wanted Invisible Woman,
Oh,
Iceman.
that wins on plus points to venture.
Well, for her, but he had Iceman. Busta, tell me who else was in there. I can't remember now. I had Cyclops in reserve,
No, for the add 3.
and I can't remember what the other was.
Charlotte
But
Witch.
the problem with that is, one, your deck didn't have an 8-stat character on it. And 2, you may get some venture points, but you got to defend a lot of attacks. If somebody throws just a 4 that you take, there goes your +2 to venture. Now you're down 2. It's hard to do. I know some guys have tried with Blue Beetle and Invisible Woman
Yeah,
in
you
the
can,
Marvel Universe.
you can try it with Havoc that adds 3 if someone gets knocked out. Things
Yeah.
like that, but
Typically, you're looking at some max 6 characters,
they are all max 6,
and that makes it hard.
except for a long shot. And
Yeah.
he's not playable.
I think Longshot's playable. He's fun.
Do you?
Yeah, he could be fun. Especially if you're playing against an energy team to make his 1 per deck playable. The opponent's team may not
6.
use 6 through 8 energy
Yeah, but
to
it's hard
attack.
to, it's hard to put that in your deck and
I-
not be playing an energy deck.
Right. To go against a strength deck, it's no good. Hey, Mage, how are you?
A little different when it's out of a sight because you don't have to play the card.
Yeah. Oh, Buster said his other character was Human Torch. Yeah. A decent deck. I wouldn't go with Cyclops in reserve. Human Torch, Invisible Woman, and Iceman.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Iceman either. Or Torch, you have to drop one of them.
Oh, it's tough to play them both, but you need an 8-stat. Those 8 power cards.
Yeah, you're a
What?
max 7 with no negate.
Yeah. The 8 actually just putting it in the deck also will help reduce duplication in your power cards.
Yeah.
So you're throwing just one more number in there. And Sean Valentine, who's now joined the chat.
Oh, he could be
Probably-
he could be another one that comes with Mike Sutton.
Oh, there we go. We might even hit 42. Sean, you coming? I think I think he's coming.
He was gonna try.
Yeah. Howard says, I'd like to see the new rule book released and we play a fighting event under the new rules at one of the upcoming tournaments in advance of the new set release. If the Kickstarter doesn't launch until October, like Ron says, and he called in last week to tell us that was awesome. Thank you, Ron, if you're watching tonight. That was awesome. I think we'll have all of our tournaments this year before set's released.
Buster, I'll build a deck similar to that on the 11th. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday.
All right.
It'll probably have Scarlet Witch and Invisible Woman,
Scarlet Witch, Invisible Woman.
and I'll tailor around with it from there.
Okay. Keep in mind that I'm pretty sure Joe said that Silver Age begins with the new set, not the current BMG cards. So Merlin won't be included in Silver Age whether or not they create new AO characters.
Right, that's all their new stuff.
Interesting. I must have missed that part. Thank you, Keith. And then,
Sean is undecided.
all right, undecided. Huh, I thought you'd want to come back and get some revenge for what you did up in Peace Bridge. You went out a little too soon. Brett says Human Torch strategic burn from Marvels will
That's a
boot fire cage right out of your deck.
that's a good card.
What is strategic burn?
Target character can't attack or play specials.
Oh, nice card, yeah. Long shot's playable, he's just not stacked, says Sean.
I disagree. He's got one playable card, maybe two.
You wouldn't play the negate against him? His
Nope.
personal negate.
Nope.
You play
Would
that
you?
3? No. I might.
I
if
would play.
could-
I would play the straight avoid before I play that.
Oh, no.
Huh?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a negate strictly for a long shot.
And it's an avoid strictly for a long shot. He's
Yeah.
going to attack him.
Well, I mean, an avoid blocks
Oh.
anything besides just a.
Oh, this
Negate
is
only
true.
blocking a
You can run
special.
them both in and put cannon fodder in the deck. then you can run them both.
Yeah, he's got the 3 that could be a.
3 that can only be
Backfire.
defended with the level 3 power card.
Yeah, and if it's defended, it hits you.
Lucky Bounce, I think that's called, right?
Something like
Oh,
that.
that's a great card.
Or
I
1 in a
love it.
million, something like that.
Yeah, 1 in a million. What was Lucky Bounce?
That might have been something to do with the power cards.
Yeah, I can't remember. But, let's see. Buster says, I don't have all the cool cards or battle sites. I hear you. And that's why I would really like to see BMG at some time get a Marvel and DC
Yeah.
license so they can reprint some of that stuff. But who knows? You can just print them out yourself, as Brett's saying here,
Yeah.
on an inkjet and slide them into a sleeve over a cheap card.
I agree, Doug. The long shot negate from the site is way better.
Yes, it's actually playable out of a battle site.
Yeah, but it's all for all 3 characters.
Right, it's forever you need it for at that point. But I don't. Can you get long shot and dazzler on a team? Then you can run a double shot.
You can play the Dazzler specials or whatever.
Pump him up. I mean, also it's not a bad deck. It's sometimes we get caught up in tournament competitive decks, so that would be a fun deck to play. Anytime you put Iceman and Human Torch on the same team, it is fun. They got a lot of big specials
Yep.
that they could throw at you. And Invisible Woman being on there.
That's
I
fun
tried
too.
to build a deck without an 8 stat. I actually had my 8 hero in reserve, and it's hard to do. And it's hard to even be competitive, even in a casual game.
Yeah.
Just they're throwing too much stuff at you that you can't defend. John says Blue Beetle, Scarlet Witch, Invisible Woman, and a max 8 with a +6 venture card. Who got a +10 venture card? Was it MOE? One of them had a plus. Somebody had a +10. to
Thunderbolts.
venture. Thunderbolts. And
Minus.
they're still not playable.
Yeah, opponents -10 or something like that.
Yeah. Scott says Doug thinks Henry Pym and Neron are playable. Yes,
Thanks.
sir. They both are.
Well, Henry-
And I was tinkering with the Neron deck, made it a little bit better yesterday. Still not where I want it to be. But
Did you fix it?
what's that?
Did you fix it?
I haven't done anything with it yet, but we definitely saw some changes that needed to be made. And I think I'm going to get Scott Flint and Marcel to play me online Friday at the OP Cup.
Yeah, Howard wants to try that so bad.
What?
He wants to try that Purity of Thought with the Cosmic Control Rod.
What is Purity of Thought?
That's the one where you draw a card for each card that's discarded for the battle. And the Cosmic Control Rod, you discard, I think, 5 cards to do something with one of the heroes. Oh, you can bet 3, I think, with no penalty or something like that.
Huh. Okay.
Or something similar to that.
That's interesting. Hey, Ricky, one of you should make a claw deck, and the other should do a Silver Samurai deck.
They're both MOE, yeah.
I was looking at Silver Samurai.
For you?
Yeah.
I like Silver Samurai, actually.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, Caleb, how are you? What y'all think about Sabretooth in reserve with his avoid and intellect attack being played from reserve?
It's average.
It's okay, but if you go against a non-intellect deck, you may have trouble using it. Simply because there's not a lot of intellect attacks, and if people know you got it in reserve on multi-powers, they're not going to call intellect on it. But he's an 8 figure with a somewhat playable avoid from reserves. So not totally against him. What did I miss here? Lucky bounce is when you play a power card. If it's defended, it goes to the top of the draw pile. Nice. Okay. So Sean is right. Long shot's playable. He's just not stacked.
Okay, build a deck with him, Sean.
Oh, I'm gonna let Sean do that.
Yeah.
He'll bring it to the OP Cup and play Friday night.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
play Saturday with it.
All right, Scott. I'm gonna give you a choice right now. Who you gonna play online Friday night at the OP Cup? I'll play either one of those decks, Henry Pym or the Neron deck. Which one you want to go up against? And you can play that crazy deck that Chris was playing in Canada.
Cadillac.
And we'll put, what, $25 up for the game? And winner takes all. Captain says, is the BW coded one per deck that makes opponent discard top 5 cards in their draw pile into their dead pile considered strong enough to play even though you get no venture points from it?
It's questionable.
If you have a card advantage, you wouldn't mind playing it. If you're down cards, you're not going to want to play it, even though it's making him discard 5 cards. So
Yeah, you
I
can
feel
pair it with a few of them.
yeah, it's questionable, but I wouldn't say definite no. So I wouldn't mind seeing somebody play that. I wouldn't want it played against me because I don't like discarding my 5 cards.
Yeah,
So
it can be brutal.
yeah,
You pair it with the event that is from the no one per decks, Maximum Carnage. There's also an event that makes your opponent and you discard 3 cards from the draw pile to the dead pile.
yeah, I don't like that.
So you just keep milling their deck down.
Yeah,
There's not enough people that have it though. There's only like I think 3 or 4 characters that have those cards. Iron Man being one.
yeah.
Super Skrull.
Oh man, why can't Super Scroll get on a deck?
I played him in the Nationals.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you win?
No.
No.
I played well though. I mean, for playing against all, Vertigo decks.
Meta, yeah. At the
Yeah,
time.
it was good. I played a Heroes for Hire Rogue Super Skrull in the thing.
Oh,
And it was
that
just
no negate.
It was just a bunch of giant big attacks.
Yeah.
I
How
didn't-
many points is Super Scroll?
21.
Yeah.
I had Rogue who was 17 and Heroes 21. Thing was 17.
So how about Heroes for Hire, Super Scroll, and X Babies?
Yeah, at the time too, there was no Beast of Brute. I could have played it with babies.
Babies
Spider
make 'em
Woman.
both legal. Yeah.
I wasn't worried about Vertigo at the time. I was just trying to
Right.
bet 2 to 3 every single hand and beat them on Venture.
Yeah.
But the problem is you got to fend a little bit because you're going to lose your heroes. And they're not. But if you can win the first 3 hands, I mean, it's game over.
Right. It's kind of like what I did up there in Canada. I just big
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah, I mean, you had big attacks in that deck.
Yeah. All right, so we'll look at the Claw and Silver Sable, or Silver Samurai. I like them. Yeah, Josh says Silver Samurai has some good cards. He sure does.
Yeah, he really does.
Oh, wow, there's so much chat. I've gotten lost here. Captain combined with Best Laid Plans event. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if I want to even play Best Laid Plans again after what AJ did to me yesterday. He was running the stupid KO event, and I knew he was running it, and I drew Best Laid Plans. I never even thought about him getting the KO event, and crushed me. It was hilarious. Thunderbolts has opponent is -10 to venture, says Sean.
Yep, it's called Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Alpha Flight has a 10 any power. That counts towards damage on event or battle site too.
Counts toward venture?
Yeah.
If it
On
goes-
both.
Nice. Captain, Best Laid Plans lets you go through your draw pile, pick any 4 cards, reshuffle draw pile, put the 4 chosen cards on top of your draw pile. And it can be devastating, or it can just be hilarious, like when I
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't play your KC defensively, which is the social outcast and the twisted mentality for leader. The one that forces all the attacks to him.
You can't play that defensively? Sounds like a defensive card to me.
Sounds like it, but it's
Yeah.
not.
What the heck? Well, maybe that's one of the 10 or 15% rules that BMG is going to change.
And it was supposed to last for the game, not for the battle, but it wasn't a one per deck, so they errated it.
Yeah, that was a norm rule.
Yeah.
Sean, thank you. Sabertooth is avoid one fighting, not intellect. So that makes it a whole lot more playable.
Oh yes, Sabertooth's playable from reserve.
Yeah.
Problem with Sabertooth, he doesn't have any one per decks. Like, literally nothing good. Yeah, he has one, and it's not even playable.
What is it? Do you know?
Yeah, you can attack somebody after they concede. And that should have lasted for the game. It was a one per deck,
Yeah,
and it didn't.
that's crazy.
He would have been playable then, I think.
Oh, now Scott says Neron is actually competitive.
Mm.
All right, so you want to play against the Henry Pym deck for $25? Scott, is that what you're saying? Huh? Oh, sorry. I'm getting a little dry throat here. Why wouldn't those be... Who made up that rule? What?
The Legion.
Okay. Metello and Brood both have industrial waste specials as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few people. And I thought maybe even Catwoman or somebody like that has it, but
Catwoman?
I thought she did.
Yeah, Catwoman's only playable with her hologram.
Yeah, I don't think she's playable either.
Not even then with the Void, the Teamworks?
Yeah.
Nah, she got nothing else.
Yeah, nothing.
She got a 6? A 6 special? Not even a special.
I think she has a 5. You can attack or defend with or something.
No. They gave that to a lot of DC characters,
Yeah,
didn't they?
she's bad.
Mage says lots of great characters that don't get played simply because if you want to be competitive, you need a negate. And so many negate characters just don't fit with many variable concepts. Yes, 100% agree. Josh says, I agree with Sean. Casey can't be played defensively, says Sean.
Oh, her 5 can't even defend it. Just can't defend it with a certain icon.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Yeah, that one's decent.
Yeah, but it's not great. Doug Taylor says, completely agree with Sean. That's why I think Howard's idea has merit to have an event where there's a banned character list.
Yeah, it's fun to do that. We've done that multiple times,
Yeah. Howard says, Eric, you are not allowed to mention Mole Man's KC.
though.
There must be a story behind that.
There is.
Do you want to share it or do you know it?
Yeah, Howard thinks that, like, if you have partial lockouts with the KC, that you should still be able to force the attacks to that character with the KC on them. But the ruling's been, if you lock out the, like, say you play the KC and then you play only strength attacks can be played against Mole Man, well, now you can shift attacks. Which, he's saying that you still have the ability to attack Mole Man, you don't have the right cards to do it. So therefore, he should win. I kind of agree, though.
He's probably not wrong. Keith says, oh, yeah, that's right. She-Hulk is one with the intellect, avoid from reserve.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with different avoids like that. I think Shadowcat has one from
Shadowcat,
reserve.
Yep.
Strong Guy has one with strength.
Captain says that seems to be the case, but I've noticed when watching recent tournament videos that there are always a decent percentage of decks without a negator that seem at least competitive.
They're competitive, but I don't think a non-negate deck's ever won a tournament, major tournament.
I don't know how many non-negate decks were in Canada. I'd have to go look at the list.
Probably one.
One. Yeah, I think just me. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of non-negate decks out there. Crafting for the team event was fun. I think it should have gone further. No duplication of home-based battle site or even characters and sites that are on any teams really make people think, holy cow, that would really handicap you.
It's
John-
fun.
John says the Mill 5 cards are fun once you get them to Power Pack or after a Viking Power. It's hard to get that set up consistently. Yes, it is. Mage says, Captain, it's not impossible for sure, but it definitely is a major consideration. And if you don't have one at all, including site, you really are in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, they just do whatever if you don't have one, period.
Right, especially when you go up against Onslaught Citadel.
Anything.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they have a draw 3 or discard 3, every one of the cards is going to go through.
Right, they know it.
The
And
Dazzler, the I mean, there's just way too many cards that
Yeah,
you
you-
have to have a negate for.
You need it.
That's why I said they better reconsider making 42 characters and none of them having negates. That'd be a mistake.
Let's give Henry Pym a negate. Scott says, so can BMG make their first 4 sets be all Image and DC characters so it'll make things somewhat equal? They do not have the license to do that, Scotty. Sorry, buddy. It's not impossible, but it definitely is a major consideration. If you don't have one at all, you're really in trouble, right? Howard, I only mentioned because I didn't want to mention the KC I was really looking at. Ah, Harry, trying to be sneaky. Catwoman does have the BW one per deck.
Yeah.
I just saw one sorting through my cards.
Yeah, it's the one that makes you discard 5.
Oh, okay. She has a high percentage of playable special cards for a DC character.
I wouldn't go there.
If I can get some folks interested in DC only games, I'd be surprised if she didn't see some play. In DC only decks, she does play.
Because
And
they're
in Max
inherent.
6 decks, she does see some play. But that's about it.
Yeah, 'cause I think she might be the only one with the teamwork stopper from DC.
Yeah, probably. Only one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, the captain says, Howard explained that the way he was playing the Mole-Man card was in keeping with the tournament rules back when the Legion was still running things, so I totally agree with him that should still be how it's played. I was told by numerous people that now has made a bare minimum of rule changes and only when absolutely necessary, so it seems more than a bit arbitrary to change how that Mole-Man card is played.
Yeah, they just don't want to make any changes at this point until the new rules are released and new characters are.
We're so
Brought up.
close. Yeah, we're so close to having BMG launch something that nothing major is going to be announced until we see what they've got. Josh says Dave's no negate deck from OKC was pretty good, but Citadel still beat it in the finals.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but
I thought Dave played Mole-Man in KC.
he's talking in the OKC shootout.
Yeah.
Dave got to the finals. He played a different deck.
Oh.
At Peace Bridge.
What did he play in OKC?
He played Polaris and Humans White Queen with 3 Grid Strange.
Oh,
And
wow.
in this tournament, he played Heroes, Mole-Man, Starjammers with 3 Grid Spider Woman.
Okay. He didn't do so good in Peace Bridge, though.
No.
Yeah, maybe he should have played the same deck.
Yeah,
Oh, he was going for Player of the Year points.
Yeah, the competition was a lot better too.
The more I think about my negate solution, the more I'd like to test it en masse. I'm curious as to the results. And Howard says, Captain, I was playing Eric when the ruling was made. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, I think it was one of those Friday night events.
Okay. We kid
With the
about it,
Beyonder deck.
Water under the bridge. Yeah, it's still kind of funny to this day. So, I think, yeah, you gotta, I don't know, you don't. I mean, I played without a negate, 6-2, not too bad. Went 5-3 in Boston
Yep.
without a negate. So, but I don't recommend it. It's hard, especially when you sit down with somebody who's got 2 draw 3s.
Yeah, and the problem is, like I said, once they burn that site negate, it's a free for all.
Right. So you got to hold it. Actually, what I like to do when I'm playing is I place my negate activator and then don't play it until I'm going after their draw 3 or whatever.
Then I play Scarlet Witch and make them discard
Yeah, and that's a pain in the butt.
it.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I got to negate quite a bit. I
Yeah.
think I only used it once for a non-1 per deck. But I think I was betting for the win at that point. So what's the wish list for BMG? Asked Josh. A Marvel license. That's my biggest wish list. Let's see, John says, I don't want to play in a no-negate format with Power Age Raza.
Yeah.
Wow, it just took a big jump there. Where'd he go?
I think it deleted the message for some reason.
What happened?
Went away.
John's comment go.
He must have rescinded it.
Wow. John just got banned. Hey Diego, how are you? What are your thoughts on a full 8-deck like Professor X, Magneto, X-Man, and Doctor Strange? Is it competitive? Again, you don't have a negate, which is exactly what we're talking about right now. It's competitive, yes. That one would hit hard. It's got a lot of big teamworks and a lot of big one-per decks.
Yeah, you might be able to get away with it.
Um,
Problem with that deck is you run into fatal attractions when you're
yeah.
all energy based.
And you're only 9 or you don't even have a 9 or less, right? You got a 6 or less, but you got X-Man with the power card.
Yeah,
So your 6 or less defends the first attack for a teamwork, and then X-Man gets
blocks the power
the
card.
street profit.
Not terrible.
It's not terrible. The one protection huge. You got 11 multi from X-Man, 11 any from Magneto.
Yep.
Professor X and Magneto both have target opponent may not attack.
Yep.
Professor X can give you +2 to all actions. And he's got an 8 multi.
Yep, and a 6 if you defend it, he draws a card.
Yeah, so that could be a fun deck for sure, Diego.
I think you'd have to play Inhumans though. If you play No Negate, you probably need the Royal Family, which is the Avoid a special.
And place, who would you take off of what he just?
Probably Professor X.
Professor X?
Yeah, and then I'd run the 3 Grid Strange probably.
Professor X would give you the 7 intellect teamwork.
Yeah, but if you take, I think Magneto's better than Professor X.
I do too. Yeah. Yeah. And X-Man's better than Professor X.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the weak link, and he's not that weak.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
I love his point grid.
Yeah.
Play 5/6 teamworks.
Yeah, I love it. Is Ghost Runner running for president?
He should be.
Captain, question on placing strategy. Since it seems competitive decks typically have 3, 8, 7s, and 6s, and 1, 1, and 2, wouldn't it make sense to prioritize placing the 1 and 2 not to do? Or am I nuts? Captain, you still may be nuts, but sometimes you would place the 1 and 2 if you're going to need it to power a teamwork.
Sometimes you don't want to give your opponent that information, though, that you have hardly any venture points on the board.
Right. If you place a 1 or 2, that's 2 cards that total 3 points. And if every card in their hand's a 4 or higher, they're not going to be too concerned about your 1 and 2. So, yeah.
I don't mind it if you're playing something like Starjammers, and you can sometimes get away with something like that.
Place a 7 and a 1 or 7
Right.
and a 2.
No,
6
you're not
and
going
a
to
2.
dupe on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for KO pressure in some regards.
Yeah. Keith says, amen to the Marvel license. Let's see, Doug Taylor says, he accidentally typed Penn Avenue Stair instead of Penn Stair.
Oh, they banned him?
What's that?
Did John's comment get deleted?
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, maybe he did it himself because now he's reposted it. Siberian Strength, Power Leads, Citadel decks, or the 4 draw 3 decks. You're right, John. That's nasty. Keith said, I'm hoping for a Penn Avenue Stair special in the new core set. Josh likes your comment. He also agrees, though, the Inhumans in the mix. X-Man, Inhumans, Spawn, and 3 Grid Strange.
That works too. I've played that before.
Yeah, that's a good deck. It doesn't hit quite as hard, but you got that extra 9 or less avoid.
Yeah, I think if you're going to play a deck like that, you got to just try to overwhelm them with Venture.
Right. Yep.
And it's tough because even the Inhumans, they don't have anything over a 9. And so those 9 or lesses, are nagging.
Right.
But Magneto and Inhumans are a solid starting combo.
Yeah.
But I would play it with X-Babies. Or Mojo.
Get that negate.
Yeah.
The only difference between Mojo and the X-Babies is Mojo's a 6.
2 6s.
What, 2 6s? He can play 2 teamworks, but he can also defend that first attack on
Yep.
a teamwork.
And he gets to bump his multi-powers up.
Oh, right. So follow up on a teamwork gets an additional plus.
But he's a little easier to KO.
He's a lot easier to KO.
Yeah.
So it's plus and negative. Captain says, Josh, my top 2 wishes for IP would be Conan the Barbarian and He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Honestly, I'd probably even prefer those over Marvel and DC. Sorry if that's blasphemy. You know what?
Those would be cool if we knew we had Marvel.
Yeah, Conan's no longer at Marvel. So they could probably get a Conan license, but it would be just for him. So he's not under the umbrella of anybody right now. So they couldn't get multiple characters for one licensing fee. So he's probably going to be priced out of licensing for a little while.
But you can also just make a barbarian that's similar to Conan.
Yep, they all do that, don't they?
Yeah.
And He-Man Masters of the Universe, that might cost a little bit of money too. I don't think they're under the umbrella.
I would even think He-Man's kind of a rip-off of Conan. Wouldn't you?
Maybe, yeah, okay. Mage says those 1 or 2s are worth those 4s and 5s if they don't have anything lower to stop them. That is true. Josh says, I just want my 17.8 fighting Zorro. I think I'm going to get it. That would be sweet. John says, I'm hoping BMG puts Sherlock Holmes, Doc Savage, The Shadow, The Spirit, Conan, Randolph Carter, Sir Gawain, and the Red Queen. Okay. That would be nice. I would love all of that. But I know Conan is not going to happen. The Shadow? That'd be sweet.
You like him, don't you?
Oh, yeah. And Doc Savage. I mean, that's all the pulp guys. Sherlock Holmes. I would buy that game. Captain says, Josh, yeah, I think with the news that some of the first set will be public domain characters, you're basically guaranteed Zorro since they've already put him on the 8 fighting power card.
Don't think that's a guarantee, though.
Yeah.
They had many characters that were on power cards that never saw the light of day. Cyber.
Yep. Mage says Conan is in the public domain, sort of. He is, but there's complications, and I can tell you right now, I am 99% sure he's not available for a game. Ninja Turtles and Capcom, says Josh. That would be sweet.
Yeah, I could dig Donatello and Leonardo.
Heck yeah.
Little shredder.
Build a whole team of turtles. Yes, I'm all for that. He says Conan is in the public domain in the UK, but not in the US. Captain says, Doug, all the Robert E. Howard characters will probably be licensed together since they're all owned by the same company. Yes. But Conan has been licensed to somebody in the UK. I can't remember who. It's not Titan, even though I think Titan is producing the books here in the States. So you would definitely have enough characters for a full set between all the characters from the various Conan stories plus Call, Solomon Kane, etc. That would be cool. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I just ordered some Conan trading card set that's going to be out, I think, in November. I can't wait to bust them. And I might even do it on stream because it's going to be fun. Mage says Zorro, 17 points, 7 fighting, 3 different kinds of negates, and teammate avoids that force discards with JW style attacks that can only be defended with universe cards plus power cards. Gee, Sean, you're not asking for much, are you? There's already a home base for Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Baker Street.
221B Baker, yeah. Josh says, Sean, I'm in. Yeah, we could take a 7 fighting Zorro with all that. He doesn't have to be an 8. Brett says, anyone know why Blade has absolutely 0 overpowered presence? Doesn't appear on a single card.
Nope.
No clue.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of characters you can say that for.
Well, yeah.
No Loki, no. I mean, he appears on a card, but
He's on a power card.
yeah, power card. I mean, there's just no appearance of
Yeah.
tons of great characters. No Odin, no Thanos.
Josh says we need Wesley Snipes' blade in the game now.
Yeah, no Moon Knight. Ugh.
Yeah,
Although he made an appearance on a power card too.
yep, but not a character card. That's just awful.
Yeah, Sentry.
Captain says the public domain status of Conan is super complicated. You can reprint the original stories from the 30s, but that's it. You can't publish new stories with him or make collectible of any kind. Yeah, I don't know all the details. I mean, it's complicated when you get into licensing stuff. That's why there are attorneys who make a lot of money to do that kind of stuff. Josh says Ultron.
Yep, no Ultron.
He got a power card. That
Yep,
was it.
6 intellect.
Yeah. Keith says, Captain, that is much more complicated. You're right. My research on the Conan license didn't dig up that level of detail. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, why doesn't somebody reprint all of those old stories out of the pulps? I would buy them. But Conan, I don't know why he's so complicated. It's just kind of like the Shadow. The people that own the rights don't want to give them up. And Condé Nast owns the Shadow, and you can't do much with the Shadow. Brett says Ultron, Thanos, Loki, and Moon Knight at least appear on missions, specials, or power cards. Blaze doesn't have his beautiful Daywalker face anywhere. That's interesting. I never thought about it.
We can make you one, Brett.
Yeah, let's not talk about homemade cards. That got me a warning in the Facebook page. I'm a little sour over that.
Oh, first warning.
Yeah, my first and last. Well, I won't say that. My next one will be my last because I'll leave the freaking group if it happens again. He's mailing me some more metal cards today.
Has he?
Yeah.
Did you get the White Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a player?
Maybe. I got Jubilee coming, and I don't remember what the third one is. Jessica ordered them for me. They worked out a trade. He took Monumental Starters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and gave Jessica some bookmarks and made 3 cards for me. So
Cool.
I'm happy. All right, Key says my number one Marvel OP wish, Fin Fang Foom.
Yep, that would have been cool.
If you get Fin Fang Foom, I want Paste Pot Pete. Diego says they should have made a DC version of Beyonder, like Mr. Metroplex. Josh says, Diego, I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how can you make the game without Thanos?
Yeah. Thanos would be the first Marvel license has got to have a Thanos special. Or character with specials. Who would DC have that could be a Beyonder?
Spectre.
Ooh, there you go. All right, I'm in. MOE Stillman. Spectre. Wow, wouldn't that be awesome? All right, now I want a DC license again. Not till after the Marvel license.
And where's the Watcher?
The Watcher.
Wasn't he sort of like a Beyonder?
Yeah, but all he did was watch.
Yeah,
and
he
take
did
notes.
good. Kind of like Scotty.
Oh, man. I bet Scott's not even in the chat to hear that one.
Go back and watch it.
He just watches the championship games. Wow.
Maybe he forgets to take notes, though.
Yeah. Wow. And then Chris plays Scotty's deck and goes all the way to the championship game with it.
Yeah.
He says, Thanos, absolutely. Marvel's going to want them to use characters that sell.
Yep.
Yes. Josh says the player is the watcher. Yeah. And you know what? I haven't seen the GOAT in the chat tonight. Or Mr. Keffer.
Yeah.
Maybe they're watching in...
Secrecy.
Yeah. We got 16 watchers right now. John says, get a Charlton Comics license and print all the occult characters. I believe those characters are all at DC now.
Are they?
I think so. I think they bought the whole book. They could probably, although I don't know, most of you don't know the Atlas Seaboard characters from 1975, 76 era. Those could probably be bought very cheaply. They're owned by a company that was going to try and start a cinematic universe with them and has not done anything in 2 or 3 years with them. So that would be interesting. There's not a lot. They got an Ironjaw who's a Conan type ripoff. Wolf the Barbarian who's an exact Conan ripoff. The Destructor was pretty good. He would make a good character. Some more pulpish type characters too. So that might be fun.
Yeah, I would love to see the Giant Man too, even though we have Henry Pym.
Yeah.
Didn't get the Ant-Man or the Wasp.
Yeah, you know, they did a Kickstarter and somebody put in the Facebook page of the Henry Pym Giant Man that they did, and I bought one. I'm hoping it comes in time for the Cup, but I don't know what the delivery date is, but I'll set it out there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get it. John says that Charlton license captain says I managed to alphabetize an entire 800 plus card loan box of specials. Hey, Captain,
During the live stream? Wow.
During the live stream.
That's
Holy
what,
cow.
that's what he said.
Wow.
We must
I'm
be
impressed.
Must be slow.
It's an hour and 15 minutes. I couldn't. No, I can't do that. I need you to come and sort some cards. Gotta go, says Howard. Enjoy your weeks, fellas. Hey, so we'll see you next Monday.
Howard, hoping to see you soon.
Congrats, Cap. I folded and put away some laundry. Man, you guys multitasking.
Man.
Look at you. Brett says, need some MCU cards so I can have a Scott Lang 7 fighting Ant-Man and a Hank Pym 8 intellect Ant-Man that can play both the same special cards.
There you go.
Yeah. Go, Brett. That's why I like you so much. Gavin says, now all of my specials and hero cards are alphabetized. Next up, I have to alphabetize my brother's spares, which are already separated by type. And I'll be ready to buy cards and playing some games.
Hey, don't forget Larry has his 25% off sale for his
Oh, theorangeking.com is running at 25% off?
just 25-year anniversary.
Oh, nice. Okay, how long is that going on?
I know all of July.
All of July.
Yeah.
Okay, you got 30 days. John wants a DC license with Home Base and Doom Patrol and reposted previous heroes.
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol would be cool. I don't think there's any characters I really want out of DC other than the Spectre.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't mean I wouldn't buy a DC set.
Yeah.
I'm just not a DC fan.
They just they needed to revamp the specials more than anything.
Yeah.
Or the power grids.
I mean, even if they made the most awesome Batman character in the world, I'd probably just buy the Batman characters and not buy DC set to get them.
I'm sure the same with Superman can be said.
Yeah. There's not enough DC that interests me. But
Yeah. A lot of people love Lex Luthor, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But there's a lot of DC fans that enjoy DC books the way I enjoy Marvel.
Right.
So I'm sure they could sell a lot of DC.
Yeah.
If you look at HeroClix, they do 2 Marvel sets in a DC every year. So, yeah, Marvel outsells DC, but that doesn't mean DC doesn't sell. Captain says, but that's good enough for me to check what I have quickly enough. Yeah, that's pretty good. I wish my cards were alphabetical. Josh says, big deal. I performed complex algebra while juggling bowling balls.
Yeah, I mean, that's very unfortunate. Batman just didn't get any playable cards, really.
And he's not even an 8.
Well, the Hollow Heroes are, but
Yeah, but,
they're hard to get.
yeah, who's got those?
And why would you buy him when he's not even playable?
Right, you wouldn't be able to play him. Larry's page banner still has the June special, but I haven't tried to put anything in my card, says Brett. I want a Batman character set that hits as hard as Spawn. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Sean, we'll see you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Captain says, so I have 4 boxes of my own alphabetized and 3 of my brothers to go. Man. Oh, John says,
Yeah, Dr.
Spectre,
Fate.
Dr. Fate, Dead Man, Plastic Man, Gorilla Grodd. Dead Man does have piqued my interest.
Yeah, Gorilla Grodd, big Flash villain there.
Dead Man, I'm a huge Neil Adams fan, so yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many Flash villains that exist.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
I mean, Captain Cold. There's just so many.
yeah. The Trickster.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
well,
he's
they made
already
him,
there,
but
but
yeah.
he's
not playable.
close.
He's close.
He's close.
Yeah,
Get the Trickster in the gate, and I bet you'd play.
I play him with a negate.
I'd play almost anybody if they gave him in the gate.
Yeah, he's decent then because he's a 7.6 stat
Yeah.
and only 19 points, so he's playable.
Yeah. Give the Riddler a negate.
Yeah, I like the Riddler.
Yeah.
He's almost playable too.
Almost. He's so
Yeah,
borderline.
he's a step away.
Yeah, just one card away.
Yeah, there's a lot of DC like that.
Why don't we make a DC set like MOE?
That's what we were working on.
Were you?
Yeah.
You got shut down, huh?
No, I mean we were real close, and BMG knew that they were getting the licensing, so they kind of just stalled it out.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Got shut down because they're about to launch something.
Yeah, I had a sweet Superman coming out.
Oh man, 8 strength, 8 energy.
No, 8 strength, 7 energy, but he had a 9 and 8,
9 and 8 attack,
Eight
and a 9
and-
and an 8.
and 8 any power, 9 special.
I needed a 10.
He had something else too.
Oh,
He was gonna be out of this world because he already has the 11 and the 7,
oh, that's right.
and then you can double all the Superman specials.
Yeah. Scott Allen, original Green Lantern. Interesting, yes. I saw something here. BMG IP is Street Sharks and Biker Mouse from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars. I don't know the Street Sharks. That must be way after my time.
I don't know the biker mouse either.
Is Biker Mice from Mars?
No, do you?
I've heard of it. It had a comic, a short-lived comic too. So I would like to see some Golden Age DC characters, John. So I couldn't agree with Scott Allen. I'd like to see a really tough Hawkman. Somebody
Carter.
really powerful there. Who could fight. He wouldn't have any defense, but I'd love to see him be a
And you got
fighter.
the original Flash,
Yeah,
Jay Garrick, or
yeah,
is that who it was?
yeah.
Or Wally
I'd
West,
like to
or-
see a Hawkman similar to Starjammers.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
He's not going to defend anything, but he's going to knock you out.
yeah.
But my big hope is the Marvel license, and we already know that we got the Kickstarter this year, and then whatever this new IP ad is next year. So we're looking at least a year and a half before we see something. Keith says, I'm predicting Toxic Crusaders and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You guys are telling your age here. Those are 90s stuff, right?
Yeah, the Attack of Killer
Underdog
Tomatoes.
and Simon Bar Sinister. My brother used to love Underdog, not me.
The cartoon?
Yeah, that was Darren's favorite. Carmen Sandiego with an 8 intellect. Jeez. All right, let's get back. This didn't Marvel. Captain says, Phil Keffer, I think that the Flash we already have in the Justice League expansion actually is Wally West. This is Phil Miller, Captain, sorry.
Maybe he was talking to Keffer.
Well, before you came on, he was saying he gets his Phils confused.
Oh.
He said, which one is on the stream? At this point, the Wally West was the Flash in the new comics coming out. But Garrick was the Silver
Original.
Age Flash.
Yeah.
The cards never indicate it's Wally West or Barry Allen. You're right, but if we get the Golden Age helmet,
Yeah.
that's what I like.
Yeah, that was cool looking.
Yeah, it is a cool looking helmet.
Yeah.
So, Golden Age DC, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like, see, I told you my Millers and Peppers are confused. Yeah. You're all right, buddy. You're all right. The Herculoids. Oh my gosh, yes. I would love the Herculoids.
Were they like Herculean type stuff?
Well, yeah, but they were. Oh man, Rocket. Yeah, here we go about the Rocketeer again, Josh. Yes, I love the Rocketeer. The Herculoids were a 1960s cartoon, like cave people.
Oh, really?
But
Oh, was that the ones that carried the like Hanna-Barbera type with a big stick?
that was Dundar, I think. No, but
I
they
remember
had a
something like that.
rhinoceros who shot rocks out his horn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
Huh.
were fun. Yeah, Space Ghost.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
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 About 4 or 5 years ago, Austin bought me the Herculoids on DVD
Oh, really?
or on DVD or Blu-ray for Christmas. It was awesome.
Yeah, I remember that Space Ghost had like a talk show or whatever.
Yeah, that's not even the original Space Ghost.
Yeah,
The
it
original Space Ghost cartoons ran the
With-
same time as
with that
Herculoids.
Zorak and
Yeah, but that talk show was pretty funny too. If we get the Herculoids, we have to get Space Ghost and also the Galaxy Trio. Yeah, Herculoid sounds like a medical condition. Yeah, Josh, you're right. How'd you say that? Diego says the Impossibles. Thundar was early 1980s, one of my absolute favorite cartoons, says the captain. Yes, Michael, I agree. Herculoids rock. They were my favorite as a kid. If they get the Marvel license, I want to design Werewolf by Night. Yeah, there's another character that there was nothing for him in the game.
nope.
That'd be pretty cool. Thundar the Barbarian and also Gathar and his two-sided laser saber thing. I don't remember that one, but there's a lot they can do. There's a lot they can't do. There's a lot that'd be expensive to do.
Yeah.
But we'll see what develops. I kind of thought we'd hear something by now.
So
Hey,
what-
John.
So are people
John
excited
Kepler
to
joins the chat from Hershey Park.
bring us some candy?
Doug Taylor says a good doctor can prescribe a cream if you suffer from herculoids. Yeah, I thought we might have heard something by now, but no announcement. They've been kind of quiet. I haven't heard from any of them.
So what was the consensus? Do people want to have like local gameplay?
Yes. Usagi Yojimbo.
Not sure what that is.
Oh, that's a very popular character. Could he pull? He couldn't pull a set himself, but he could definitely be in something. Yeah, he'd be very popular. He's a Japanese samurai rabbit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very popular. Yeah, everyone seems to want to play non-competitive tournament environment, I think. It's kind of the consensus I was reading. It's a lot more fun than playing in the really big tournaments and trying to
People get too nervous, huh?
yeah. It kind of does take some of the fun out of it when you go play in them big events and you don't do well. If you go 1-5,
Oh, yeah.
you're not happy at the end of the day.
No.
And it doesn't matter who the 5 guys were that beat you. They could be the guys that finished first 5. It's like, well, at least I lost to the 5 best, but no.
That's when
You
you
go
just
home not too happy.
take your deck and put it in the trash can.
Right. So, the more casual play. Captain says, I haven't played a game in a store since Pokemon late 90s when I was like 10.
Wow.
I would definitely be down for it with Overpower. John says a Hanna-Barbera license would be pretty sweet in general for old guys like us, John, like us. Yes, we would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Well, our store will definitely be hosting a lot of playing. It's not something that I would want to play, like if we did it every Tuesday night. I probably wouldn't be there every Tuesday night.
Yeah.
We used to play twice a month back in the day. And that's when we'd play in Columbus and then we'd drive down to Gary's in West Virginia. And then we play at home the rest of the time. And I think I kind of liked that. I don't like this playing every week. But I don't know, with an all-new set,
Yeah, if there's all new stuff
you
and
got 42 new characters to try, maybe
Yeah.
I would show up every week with a new deck.
yeah, you can mix and match.
Yeah. Brett says, I'd be happy with 1 and 5, and it would be an improvement. Brian says, the Max would be another cool strength character. I don't even know, would that fall under an image license? I'm not sure. Michael says, I'm out. Have a great evening. Michael, thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Yep. Good night.
See you soon. And actually, I think now's a good time to call it quits. Man, we went an hour and a half tonight.
Yep.
An hour and 15 minutes after you showed up. So, just saying.
Give him 15.
Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's always a lot of fun. Madman would be fun, Josh.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, and we'll get to talking more about the OP Cup in the next few weeks, too.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
hyped up. I hope you all come out.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up with a little more prize support.
Okay. And we need to get a schedule. And somebody asked that we put out a local guide for people coming in, where to get the best coffee, where to eat at,
We can do that.
any comic store or toy store that they might want to visit besides Heroes Engaged while they're in town.
Okay.
So, all right, guys, have a great week. Remember, nothing on Thursday because of the 4th of July, and we shall see you all next Monday. Have a great week.
Later.
We had 16 people at the end of this.
Yeah, I know we had a lot.
One guy says, have a good